I just want to go on vacation, but I got a bird. What do I do? My name is Mary Fran, and this is our green cheek conure kiwi. And we absolutely love to go away. And when we first got kiwi, we stopped because what in the world are you going to do with a parrot? I mean, we don't want to leave him overnight. We know some people do, but we don't feel comfortable with that. And so we started to think about options. That's what this video is going to be. It's going to be a list of some of the options of how you can travel with a bird. And I just got a cat that joined us. So the first place we're going to talk about for what to do with your pet bird while you travel is going to be to board your bird. Now there are a couple different options for boarding a bird. The first option that I actually am going to talk about is a pet store. We actually know that the pet store that we got Kiwi at will do boarding. However, I don't trust that pet store. After the experience we had when we got Kiwi, I just don't trust them. So there is another bird store about 2 hours away from us that we have actually gone to, and they do board the birds. But when I started talking to them, I found out that they don't demand and ask for health records. So how do I know that their bird doesn't have some kind of disease that's going to be passed? I mean, there's a reason we quarantine our birds when we bring a new one into our flock, and I'm just not sure I wanted to drop him off at a place where I just wasn't positive about that. So another option is to go to your vet and talk to boarding there. We have a vet here that's local to us. She is not board certified for avian, but she has a unique interest in birds and she owns birds. And her pet veterinarian service actually does do boarding. And so that was another option. But when I first started to talk to the vet, I found out that they are not open on Saturdays or Sundays. They have someone go in and just do a little quick check on them and feed them. But that means my bird is going to be alone for 24 hours between each visit, a total of 48 hours. Well, if that's the case, I can go away overnight and leave my bird just fine, and I won't even do that. So I quickly decided that that vet was not an option for me because I don't want to leave my bird alone for extended periods of time with just being checked on here and there. So that was not an option. The bird lady that's nearby, I do believe she asks for paperwork from your vet, but I haven't had a chance to talk to her. So my suggestion for boarding is to make sure it's a place you trust, make sure it's a place that they're safe, and make sure it's a place that they're going to actually get at least the lowest level of care that you are comfortable with your bird getting. Having just somebody stop in once or twice over the weekend was not enough for me. But if that's good with you, then that's awesome. So just do your research for where you board. Make sure you're boarding your bird at a place that has the level of care and the level of safety precautions that you feel comfortable with. So number 2 is to buy an RV. Buy an RV, put your bird in the RV with you, and off you go. And so that was our second option. And we really, really, really like this option because the bird can go with us. That is fabulous. And we really do hope someday in the future to do this. To throw the bird in the RV with us, and off we go to wherever we want to see. We go into whatever museums. Our bird is A-okay in the RV while we're out and about. He's not traumatized by moving away from us. This was an amazing option for us. However, it was not an amazing option financially. We are not ready to buy an RV yet. We would like one, but we're not ready. But if you are ready, travel with your bird in an RV. The third option that I have for you is to find someone that you trust to watch your bird. And there's 2 ways that this can work. You could have someone that you trust come into your house and stay at your house, or you can take your bird to someone's house that you trust. And someone that is willing to watch your bird and give it the attention you need. We are very lucky that Kiwi's grandparents, otherwise known as Jason's parents, were very willing to actually get to know Kiwi. Hey, Kiwi. And they were willing to actually watch him for us. So he has stayed with them, and I'm not sure who has more fun, if it's Kiwi or Jason's parents. Jason's dad specifically, because they have a blast. He's in and out of the cage throughout the day. He gets his sleep. He gets treats. When we come back, there is a list of things. He ate watermelon, he ate cucumbers, he ate this, and that, and they talk about what treats he gets. This bird gets treated probably better when he's with them than when he's with us. So for us, having Jason's parents has been a real boon. So find someone that you know to trust. Now, we didn't just take the bird to their house and drop them off. We visited them for a couple weeks with the bird in tow so that they could get used to handling the bird, how to deal with the bird, how to do a lot. So it took a little bit of planning. We also needed to make sure that we had a cage to take him, because we can't take our big cage. We had to make sure we had a small cage that he could stay in when he was there. We needed a travel carrier. We needed a lot of things to do when we take him. That was a wonderful plan. We actually are very, very happy with this option. This option has worked for us. The last option I'm going to talk about is to actually take your bird with you. And this is one that we are actually doing. We actually have a travel carrier that we can take with us in the car. We also actually have a cage that we can take into a hotel or an Airbnb with us. And we plan on taking Kiwi on vacation, and we will be chronicling that here very soon. And it's one of those things where we actually feel comfortable with that because we would miss him so much, and we think that he would miss us. We trust Jason's parents for the short trips or when places where we can't take a bird, but in this case, he's going with us. Now, there are some issues that you want to make sure. Make sure you have a good travel carrier, make sure you have a good cage for him to sleep in, and then make sure that wherever you are going, if it's going to be for an extended period of time especially, make sure that they are okay with a bird. Because a lot of places say they're pet friendly, but when you actually get down to it, they are pet friendly if it's a dog. And birds are just not as welcome. And when I was looking for this upcoming vacation, I searched and searched and searched and tried to find hotels that would take birds. And they are out there. And I found a place near where we wanted to be that was okay with a bird. It took them a long time to make the decision. But I also found an Airbnb that was willing to take pets. And I just messaged the owner and said, hey, I've got a small bird in a cage. I make sure that the bird is well attended. Would it be possible for me to bring my bird with me on vacation? And the person wrote back and said, hey, not a problem. Just make sure that this, and that is not ruined or damaged. I'm like, not a problem. That's, I already spread towels underneath his cage at home so I don't make a mess, and I'll do the same thing on vacation. So I was able to find an Airbnb because I was willing to ask. So you're going to have to really do your research. You're really going to have to ask. You're really going to have to search for what you can find. The only other thing I will caution you is don't expect to put your bird in a travel carrier and go on vacation and think everything's going to be okay. We actually started traveling and doing short trips with our bird to get him used to the cage, to get him used to moving. We would visit Jason's parents so that he got used to being in different places. We visited my mother so that he gets used to being in different places and realizes that life is okay. It's okay to leave your home. It's okay to be somewhere else. And so we very carefully started to acclimate him and desensitize him to different places so that it wasn't a great big shock when we actually do our vacation. So there are the easiest ways that you are able to travel and have vacations with birds. So there's no reason for you to not go on vacation. Just do your research. Do what's best for yourself and your bird, and you will have a fabulous time. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and enjoy life with Kiwi.